Hello, it's a new video. It is time for my December TBR and there is a slightly different angle. I am sat on my bed. This is very awkward. However, my chair that I use is no more. And I was like, I know I'm not small, but why is this breaking? I looked up the reviews. Apparently this is not a well-made item. So I currently don't have a stool to sit on, so I'm going to have to just improvise with this angle. I don't like it, but we'll see. Hopefully I can fix the issue soon. So this is a different angle for videos. But I am going to do my December TBR. I'm very excited. Now, readathon wise, I am taking part in Gem's Crimbo Bingo that is on her Discord. However, I have not actually looked at the prompts properly yet in a planning sense. So I'll go through that in a vlog at some point. But for now, we're going to do my TBR rolls and see what planets we got. Okay, so Chopper is on Tatooine where we ended last month. Dice, I wanted to go Christmassy, so my D6s are green and gold sparkles. And then my D10 is cheese because we have cheese and crackers on Christmas Eve. So let's see what 5 planets we're going to try and get to this month. 7 is Naboo. 1 is Exegol. 7's back to Naboo. 2 is Coruscant. And finally, that's Coruscant again. Coruscant again. 3 is Mandalore. Okay, let's move my D10 and roll number 1. A 1 and a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll number 2. A 1 and a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Naboo. And it is the Padme, a book by a female author. So the first planet I landed on or travelled to was Naboo, and I pulled the Padme prompt, which is a book by a female author. For this, I'll be reading Fool's Quest by Robin Hobb. I still cannot believe the first year of knowing about Robin Hobb, I thought it was a male author. I was incorrect. So me and Kelly have just finished Fool's Assassin and we really enjoyed it. Shocking, I know, for me. So we're going to be continuing our buddy read with Fool's Quest. And then we can move 1 space because we had a 1. Roll number 3. A 5 and a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Roll number 4. A 4 and a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Roll number 5. Double, is that 1? Yeah, double 1. Well, it wouldn't be a 7, it's a D6. So we move to Exegol. And it is Ben Solo, a book with enemies to lovers. I had a bit of a moment there thinking I was seeing a 7 on a D6. I don't know. But I got to Exegol and I pulled the Ben Solo prompt, which is a book with enemies to lovers. Now, I'm picking Dawn Study by Maria V. Snyder. This is stretching because the 2 characters in this are only enemies to lovers in the very first book in the very first trilogy. By this point, they are not enemies anymore. However, I was struggling and it's my TBR game. I can do what I want. So if I say it goes, it goes. I'm excited to continue this for Chronicles of Ixia read along. I've been really enjoying reading these and I can't wait. Even though I haven't read book 2 yet, which I'll be doing this week, I cannot wait to finish this trilogy. Now we have to get back down to Naboo. So roll number 6. Oh, that's cocked. A double 4, shut up. Naboo. That is Anakin, read a romance. I don't know what luck was on my side to get that double 4. Like, I've not edited that out with the cocked dice. So you've seen me just re-roll that one that was on its side. Thank you. So I got back to Naboo and I pulled the Anakin card, which is read a romance. Now for this, there's a story. I wanted a Disney themed book to take with me to Disneyland Paris because me and Ash might get some reading time. And then she made the point that I still have the Wicked Villains short stories to read, which is only like, I think 134 pages. So we're going to read these in Disney. I don't feel bad about reading smut in Disney. We're not reading it in public. It'll be when we get downtime in the hotel room, because we are going to try and take it a bit chill, even though we made plans and there's a lot of things we want to do in Disneyland Paris in the 5 days. Technically 4.5 days we're there. Anyway, I'm very excited to read this. Then we need to get up to Coruscant, so roll number 7. A 3 and a 2. What's going to be better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll number 8. 6 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll number 9. 6 and a 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coruscant is Leia, a book with found family. Next, it took me a good while to get to Coruscant, but I got the Leia card, which is a book with found family. Now, I don't know if this is a stretch, but I've picked Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, so I knew I needed to get this onto my TBR because I read Red Rising in November and I am fully obsessed with this and I need to continue the series. This is a series that I do not want to put off continuing. So I went to my mum's bookcases and just nicked her copy with permission, obviously, and I will be reading this. And I do think this does have a found family aspect. This is a very dysfunctional found family. It works, and also if I wanted to stretch it I can, because again it's my TBR game. And then we've got 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need to get to Mandalore with one roll. Roll number 10. Double 6. Stop it. I only needed 9. And that is Satine, a book with a forbidden love. The dice were so good to me. I genuinely was so scared. I was like, please just give me like a 5 and a 4. I'll be happy with a 5 and a 4 or a 6 and a 3. And no, it gave me a double 6. I was like, thank you. So I made it to Mandalore and I pulled the Satine card, which is a book with a forbidden love. Now for this, I'm choosing House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. Now I can't tell you why this is forbidden love, but it fits it in a few different ways. But if I was to tell you those ways, it's going to be spoilery, so I'm not. Just know that there is a couple of things that could stretch this to make it a forbidden love. It's not your normal forbidden love, it's a stretch, but it works. And it's the final book in Massalong. I can't believe we're finally at the end of Massalong. I've had so much fun rereading all these, and this will be my first time rereading this. I'm so excited because I binged this in a day on release day. So yeah, I'll be reading this for Massalong. So that's my TBR books. There are also a few other books that I would like to get to in December. And obviously, even though we know exactly what book I'm pulling from this mug, because there's only one option, I don't want to do Andy dirty by not pulling hers officially from the mug. So this is for you, Andy. What book am I going to get on my 12 books? I wonder what it is. It's Andy's pick, which is Goldilocks by Laura Lamb. My final book. I have really enjoyed doing my 12 books for 2024, where I got 12 of my friends to pick a book off of my physical TBR. It's actually helped me get through so many books that I would not have picked up. And I think I've mostly enjoyed them, which is good. I'm excited to read this, and I'm excited because I've got my list for next year and I'm going to be filming that video soon, so yes. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. So I will get into this in December. And then obviously, I've got some Christmas books I want to get to, which I will we'll get to that. Will be the week of Christmas that I'll do like a vlog where I read nothing but Christmassy books. But I want to go through some other books first before I give you them. So I got very generously approved for quite a few arcs recently on NetGalley. Now, I've been really good at not requesting loads on NetGalley, but there's been a few books recently that I'm like, no, I need to read them sooner than they come out. So I want to actually actively try and read them before they come out. So we have The Notorious Virtues by Alwyn Hamilton. I have been waiting for this book for so long because this was, I think, originally supposed to come out in 2020 and then it just got pushed back and things happened and we're finally getting it next year. It comes out on the 27th of March, so I would like to get to it soon. We have Carving Shadows into Gold by Bridget Kemmerer, which is the sequel to Forging Silver into Stars, which is the sequel series to the Curse So Dark and Lonely series, or Cursebreakers. I loved Forging Silver into Stars and I've been very much looking forward to the sequel. This one comes out 28th of January, so it's a bit sooner. Then we have Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. This one comes out 27th of February, so again, a little bit later, but I would like to get to this one. I don't know if I'm going to get to all of these ones in December, if some will roll over to January, but I'm going to certainly try. Then we have The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard, which if you know me, you know how I read the first 2 books in that series this year and I've become obsessed with it, so I need to read this one. This is a must. This actually came out on the 19th of November, so it came out a couple of weeks, well, a week ago exactly today, the day I'm filming this. So I need to read this one, so this will probably be the first book I try and read in December because I would really like to read this one soon, and I'll be getting my physical copy soon because I believe it got delivered to Ash's because Ash ordered it for me. So yeah, and it is actually on my work NetGalley account because perks, but I also have been approved for The Dark Mirror by Samantha Shannon. Perks of working for the publisher, and this comes out on the 27th of February, but I would very much like to read it and rub it in everyone's faces that I've already read it. However, I am then dreading the wait until the next book, so it's bittersweet. So yeah, I would like to get to all of those. There are a few other NetGalley books I would like to get to that have been on there for a while, but they are Christmassy ones. So let's move on to the Christmassy books I would like to try and get to in that week. In the week before, like leading up to Christmas, and then the week of Christmas, because it's all very Christmassy. So first off, we have 'Tis the Damn Season by Kimmy Freeman. I have had this one on my NetGalley for like, I think 2 years. I'm really bad. I'm trying to get better, I promise. Then we have You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janofsky. Now, I've been putting this one off. I was going to read it last Christmas, but then I think it was Lisa and Jem read it and they didn't like it. So I've been putting it off, but I need to read it because it's on my NetGalley. It needs to be done. And then I've got a couple of physical ones, which is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I got this one last year when I was up at Ash's between Christmas and New Year. We went in the works and I saw this and I was like, that sounds cute. So I would like to get to this Christmas. And then I got this at Yout, and it's Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick. This is sapphic and it's Christmas. I was wanting to get this anyway, but then when I saw it at Yout for like £6, I was like, I'm getting that. And what's really funny is when I went into my library the other day to return a book and collect a book, this was just on one of the side shelves facing out on display, and I was like, yes, everyone buy the gay Christmas love story. So I would like to get to that. And then if I have time, I don't know if this is going to happen, I really want to reread The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rash, because I read this back in July when I got the ARC, because I got the ARC, and now I have a finished copy. And I would very much like to reread it because I loved this book so much. So that's my aim. That's what I'm going to try and do. I think this is a pretty reasonable TBR for me until you look at the NetGalley arcs, actually. We'll see. I've got a whole week in December where I'm not going to read anything other than some smutty Disney stories. So we'll see how this goes. I can certainly try. But I've got like, I think 2 days left to take off by the end of the year. So I think I'm going to take a couple of days off the week after Disney, just to get things like some baking done, like Christmas baking done in advance for people visiting. And yeah, I think I'm going to take a couple of days off. So those days I'll be able to get some reading done. And also I have like audiobooks for things like Golden Sun, which are a bit more intense. So I think I'll be okay. I hope. My only issue is that obviously the NetGalley ones that aren't released yet, I definitely won't be able to get audiobooks for. So they're going to take a little bit longer, but we'll see. I think it'll be okay. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.